Hey there, it's your instructor Mernush coming to you from Ross IELTS Academy. Today we have an exciting mission ahead of us. We are going to delve into the fascinating world of IELTS writing and uncover the secrets to achieving Band 9 score in Task 2. Yes, you heard it right. We are going for the gold. Now let's be honest. IELTS writing can be quite the challenging part for many candidates out there. You put in all your effort and somehow end up with a frustrating 6 in the end. But here's the thing. Reaching a high score in this skill is absolutely possible. Here's a little secret that many candidates are not aware of. Different question types in Task 1 and Task 2 of IELTS writing require different paragraph structures. And guess what? This is the key to unlocking that high score you've been dreaming of. Today, our focus will be on Task 2 and its structure. Without any further delay, let's kick off this extraordinary video. Here the question statement says, increasing number of students are choosing to study abroad. As you see, this is the question statement, and what we should do is to read it carefully, highlight the keywords and understand it. Now the next part would be the question we are asked regarding this question statement, which says, to what extent does this trend benefit the students themselves and the countries involved? What are the drawbacks? Here we are asked two questions about the given question statement. By reading them, we can understand the question type we are dealing with. This is an advantage-disadvantage question, and here's the paragraph structure that we should follow for that. First, you have the introduction paragraph, then body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and the conclusion paragraph. Now let's write our essay based on this structure. Here we go with the introduction paragraph. Studying abroad has become increasingly common in the last few years. I believe that this phenomenon has its own pros and cons, as many students clearly consider the experience worth the sacrifices involved, as they will get the chance to broaden their worldview and gain experience. However, another group of people may not adapt to the conditions of the new country or give up friendships when they move abroad. In the introduction paragraph, we have paraphrased the question statement as the first sentence of it. Then, as we are dealing with an advantage-disadvantage question type, we should give the answer to the questions mentioning the pros and cons here. The point is that you should at least mention one advantage and one disadvantage, but I have mentioned two for each, which is totally fine. Plus, you should get into no detail and leave it to the body paragraphs. Most international students find ways of making the experience work well for themselves and others involved. That is to say that most return home enriched by new friendships made abroad and find ways of adapting what they have learned to their home context. Besides, another advantage of going to other countries for further education is that the students can broaden their horizons and get to know people from different cultural backgrounds. For example, I remember when I returned to my country after I had studied 2 semesters in Germany, I could seek much better careers related to my job and be considered an asset to my country due to the high level of knowledge I had gained. Here in the first body paragraph, we have gotten into the answer to the first question talking about the benefits of this issue. So in the first sentence of the paragraph, which is the topic sentence, we have clearly mentioned it. And then in the following sentences, we have given some explanation. And finally, an example using the appropriate expressions to show each of them. However, this trend has drawbacks as well as benefits for those concerned. One potential drawback is that the instruction international students receive may not be relevant to their home context. For example, students from developing countries who go to Western countries for teacher training are often taught to use teaching techniques that are suitable for small classes. Hence, what they have been trained to do may not be relevant. Another potential drawback is the phenomenon of brain drain. Prior to leaving home, they may be fully committed to returning. Nevertheless, students are often at the stage in their lives when they are forming their most important personal and professional relationships. Thus, they may choose to remain in the host country on completing their studies. Here in the second body paragraph, we have gotten into detail of the second question, talking about the disadvantages of the issue. So in the first sentence of the paragraph, which is the topic sentence, we have clearly mentioned it. And then in the following sentences, we have given some explanation and finally an example using the appropriate expressions to show each of them. In conclusion, immigrating to foreign countries can contribute to a higher level of knowledge and experience among students, while it can result in a paradox in the teaching methods in the two countries the students study in, their home country and the nation they travel to. Eventually, in the conclusion paragraph, we have concluded all the mentioned details throughout the essay by paraphrasing what we had already mentioned in the introduction paragraph. Very well, guys. In this video, we took a look at a task 2 writing and learned in details how we should write it in order to get our desired result. You can also write your own writing, send it to our examiners, and get a comprehensive feedback on it, plus your scoring niche criteria. You can take a look at the link we have put in the video description. Stay tuned for the next videos and can't wait to see you very soon.
In this course, you will have a series of educational videos in which you will learn each and